What's up you guys and welcome back. I'm FPL Nympria and this is my FPL Game Week 38, the last game week of the season wrap-up video. I gave it one last push for Game Week 38 and thankfully it ended on a high note. So let's take a look at how I got on. I couldn't look past Gunn against Huddersfield, especially when it was announced in the presses that Southampton were reverting back to their old lineup. And so it was likely he would start. He did, and he managed to keep hold of his clean sheet for 55 minutes, where he made an epic slip-up and let in a pointless Pritchard goal, getting me just the 2 points. Never mind, had to give it a go, eh? Unfortunately, this also meant that Valerie got me exactly the same amount of points, despite having a shot on target and 4 crosses. Ryan got 1 point and Duffy got none, so at least the Southampton duo got me a few extra points, I suppose. Moving on to Trent, and what a machine this guy has been the past few weeks. 6 assists in 4 game weeks, 2 of those in game week 38, adding 15 points to my FPL team total. He had 3 key passes and made 10 crosses. Trent has been amazing for me since I added him to my squad and will be one of the first names on my team sheet next season, that's for sure. Now you'll notice something a little different about my backline this week. I went a bit batshit crazy for the last game week and I took a -8. I wanted to accommodate Salah given his chase for the golden boot. So as part of that -4, I moved Robertson to Shah, given I needed to drop a pool player in order to get one in. Why Shah? Well, I needed a defender 4.7 or less, so I considered who I thought might get a clean sheet. I was all out on Southampton, and considering Wamby, I was a little worried about Palace's form at home, even though I shouldn't have been. So I looked at Newcastle. Thinking the Newcastle boys might be playing their last game for Rafa, I figured they might want to put on a show for him. So I asked my friend TT on Lascelles and Shah and got given the pluses and minuses for both. And then my gut led me towards Shah. This is how I need to play the game next season for definite, and this is definitely how I want to include my social media next season more, as Shah got me 15 points from a clean sheet, a goal, minutes played and 3 bonus points. I had hope for attacking threat, but Shah far outweighed what I expected of him. Moving on to my midfield, and it wouldn't be my team if I didn't feature a mixed bag on the final day of the season. Everything from very highs to very lows, so let's start there. Given I had other fires to put out, I decided to keep Jota despite facing Liverpool, hoping that if Wolves had shown up against one of the top 6 again like they have previously, that he might be amongst the points. He did have 2 shots on target and 2 key passes, but only managed 1 point for my FPL team, after not converting any of his chances and getting a yellow card. Next up was my new addition Salah. With Son out and only a few moves to Salah, I decided to take the plunge. However, despite returning in the last 6 game weeks, Salah didn't get anything but a clean sheet against Wolves and therefore just 3 points for my team. I'm glad I finished the season with him in my team though, it kind of felt fitting. Moving on to Raheem, and somewhat differently to Salah, Sterling has been a bit off the boil in the last few game weeks, so an assist for 5 points was very much appreciated. Lastly, when Mo is quiet, you can never rule out Mane. With 2 key passes and 2 shots on target for 2 goals, Mane was the 3rd player to get me 15 points this game week, a hat-trick of 15 points if you will. That means that Trent and Mane have booked their spot on my team for next season, and I'll now have to consider if Mo or Robertson joins them. Lastly, we have my forwards, and this one is a little difficult. Last minute I decided I wanted to extend my -4 to a -8 to move Jimenez on given his fixture. I so very nearly went for Arnautovic, like I can't even tell you guys how many times, but there was a tweet showing Chicharito's arrival for West Ham and I got a little bit nervous that Arnautovic might not start, believe it or not, so I went for Wilson instead. Now we all know my relationship with Wilson this season, season, and the happy ending just wasn't to be, as he could only manage me 2 points, the same as Jimenez, and so was a completely pointless transfer. Now, I'd like to say that I did the really patient thing with Rashford and it paid off, but unfortunately that was not the case. Despite 2 shots off target, 2 shots on target and a shot blocked, Rashford could only manage 2 points for me against Cardiff. Not quite the differential I had hoped for in the last few weeks. And last but not least, we have my man and my triple captain, Aguero. Now, I know there are many other times I should have had better point scorers that I could have given my triple captain to. And even this week, there was a better person that I could have given my triple captain to, and that was Mane. But given I got very close to using this triple captainship in a double game week on Sané, I'm just happy my triple captain played and scored. After spending Thursday evening at the Etihad Stadium for the Football Blogging Awards, this felt like it was just meant to be. And I love an end of season flourish, so saving a chip for me might not get me the highest rank at all, but it definitely makes the last game week much more exciting for me, and I definitely won't complain with 18 points. And hey, this is a game, and this is my enjoyment of it, so triple captain last game week was lots of fun. And with all of that, I ended up on a very respectable 80 points to finish the season off with, and a massive green arrow. Unfortunately, given the damage of the past few weeks, that only got me to 160,350 in OR, but that is over half of my rank of last year. So since making this new account for creative content and leaving behind my mini leagues and my 20+K finishing days, it's progress, and I'm feeling actually quite happy with that, as I've learned a lot the past 2 seasons about OR and being a content creator and how that affects your decisions as a whole week on week. So hopefully I can put that to my advantage going forward. On my bench, Hodgberg got 2 points, Mariappa got me 1 point and Duffy got none, so thankfully I had the best people in my starting lineup. And in case anyone was interested, just to wrap it all up, my squad value in the finishing week was 104.1 million. And that's it, you guys. Before I leave, I want to say a massive thank you again to everyone who voted for me to be a finalist in the Football Blogging Awards. I had the most amazing evening, and a massive thank you to every one of you who have liked, commented and subscribed on all my videos this season, as well as the 6,000 plus people following me on Twitter. Don't forget to come and check me out on Instagram. I didn't quite reach the 2,000 subscribers on YouTube as hoped, so anything you can do to help there is always much appreciated from me. And look out for all my 1920 preseason content in partnership with my sponsors fancyfootballfix.com. So after a little break, until next time, Nymphria out.